flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Here's Dart. He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson. Look at the big fella go. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Theo Johnson, 71 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Brian Dable dialing up a play call here as they will go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. So they get the 2 points, and now we're even at 8-8. Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match?
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone. And that means they'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Here we go. Black force. Hut, hut.
Off the play fake, Love. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here, Dart. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. 8-8 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Looking to throw, Dart. There's a short one caught by Johnson. So the completion good for 7 there. Brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Dart from the gun on third down. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. An audible here to get a new look. Here's Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And the Giants first down.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterbury. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
He's going to use his legs here. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Dart. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. Gano's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 11-8. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
On the set.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Let's go.
They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Set, hut. Yellow, 43.
Love. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
52 blue. Slide blue. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Taken down at the 42.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Here we go. Red, 38. Check, hut.
Now Love. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get put this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big pickup of 38. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs as the first half is winding down. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. To throw now, Dart. That one taken in by Neighbors. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Dart. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
The lessons will continue, but this rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Throwing his Dart. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll try and do this himself. Now he'll throw deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach and said, look, you've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. We say we use them to start the second half and get us going.
Lucas Van Ness in there on the tackle. From the 29, here's second down and 5.
19, go! 60 by 6.
Throwing his dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in.
To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go now. Yellow, blue.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Block 60 red. 60 red. Ready.
Love looking to throw it. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Brian Burns able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19.
Ready. 52 blue. White. Hut.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Throwing. Love. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
To the air, dart. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Dart from the gun on third down. He's got his tight end. It's Chris Manhertz. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well put.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
13 yards, first down, Packers.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
32, 560.
Here's Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy. Unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete.
95. Hey, Blue. Ready?
Love from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Ready.
They get this out left. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Ready, set.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Yellow, 43. Ready.
Again, it's Love. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Ready.
Love now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. Off the play fake, Love. And it's caught. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun?
And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
Ready up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. 6, mega. Hut.
To throw now. Here's Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Tucker Kraft from 13 yards out. And the Packers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Bronco 80, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let's go.
Here's Dart. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Micah Parsons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The offense on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Going for the deep ball. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Ready. 45.
Following the interception, Love. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
Snap. Here we go. Set. 33. Yellow. Green jack. Drill green. Hut.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Love. Now this aired out deep for Reed. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Ready.
On play action. Love to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Just a disaster of a series here. 3rd and long, no one open anywhere. This ball just has to be thrown to the sideline.
Okay.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Yellow. Black shot. Needle blue. Yellow. Go. Set.
Looking to throw. Love. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Gano's kick is good. And that'll move them back within 6 now. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin him back there.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
So we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. And he has a Packer first down. And that should be the one that finishes the script.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Packers.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? Love.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Now, this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead. And they'll move it up to the 40. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Play action now. Dart. Now he's going to step up and run.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And it's no good. That could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Let's go. Black 40. Smash. Red. Fury. Yellow. Needle. Blue. 6. Mega. Ready. Go. Steal. Check steal. Hut.
Love looking to throw.
Now this aired out deep for Reed.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
All anybody's ever said about me. And yeah, I like to cut loose too. You might think I chose this